The City of Spokane Valley is helping residents live, move, and play.
There's the homelessness that people see on the street, and that tends to be what they think of when they think of homelessness. But that's really a small percentage of the people that are experiencing homelessness in our community. The reality is that most people experiencing homelessness in our community are families, their children, they're bouncing around from hotels, couch surfing, living in cars. And if we're going to address chronic on-the-street homelessness, we have to be thinking upstream, and we have to be thinking about how we can solve the problem of kids not having a place to stay and families not being able to stay together, and then housing being unaffordable for families, because when those children experience homelessness in their youth, they're much more likely to experience it as adults.
My name's Sandy, and I experienced homelessness with my infant for 4 months before we engaged into a shelter. We were kind of couch surfing, and then that place that we were staying at, things went really bad. So we had a little bit of money for a motel. So we bought a motel for like a week, and then we had nowhere to go after that.
It's a big problem, and there are no easy fixes, but we have made progress. One important step was the creation of the Housing and Homeless Coordinator position, and that was in recognition that there needed to be someone working on these issues full-time and helping to create a plan to move forward. We have also found funding to pay for a full-time outreach worker and a full-time outreach deputy. Just in the first 5 months of this year, our outreach team has contacted 160 individual people in the Spokane Valley who are experiencing homelessness and learn what their situation is, connecting them to resources, trying to get them into better situations. Additionally, we are in the middle of creating a homelessness action plan. The first goal is to keep people housed when possible. It's cheaper and better to keep people in housing rather than wait till they become homeless to try to assist them. The second piece of that plan focuses on mitigating the impacts of homelessness in our community. So that would be things like doing trash pickups and cleanups of camps, and providing spaces where people can go so they're not perhaps loitering in front of businesses and things like that. And the final piece is to reduce homelessness in our community. So that starts with outreach and connecting with people, and then connecting them to appropriate services. And ultimately, we need places for those people to be housed. And so that's a big part of the plan too, is trying to call out the need for more affordable housing so that when people are contacted and go through these referrals, there's a place for them to go.
I feel like it's important for, children to have their own bed every night, their own space, so that they can feel safe, so that they can comfortably excel at school in their education, and, so that they can have a better life than I had.
I'd like community members to understand that if we want to reduce that chronic homelessness on the street, we need to take action now for long-term solutions. This is a we problem, and it's our problem. It really impacts all of us, and it really takes something from all of us to address.